Westmoreland State Park, here we come. Woo-wee. All right, so here we are barreling down the road for another camping trip. We missed out on one last week. We were going to go back to First Landing State Park, but that got canceled for some reason. Here we're heading down 360 out of Mechanicsville. The reason we chose Westmoreland State Park is it's literally just about a little over an hour northeast of Richmond. It's a little bit longer if you go 360, but it's a much nicer drive. The roads are a little bit more twisty. It's a little bit more scenic. And there's a longer drive over the Tappahannock River before you get into Montrose. We couldn't have asked for a better weekend. The weather's great. The drive is awesome. Right now we're going over the Tappahannock on a big long bridge. Looking forward to getting to our campsite, unload and set up before the sun goes down. The park offers campsites, RV sites. They do have camping cabins. There are bathhouses. There are 3 different camping loops at this state park. A, B, and C. Will be tent camping on Loop B. Again, if you're taking 360 from Richmond, it's a nice drive. As you can see, lots of curvy roads. Plenty of stuff to look at on the way. And just past the town of Montrose is the entrance to Westmoreland State Park. You'll drive a little bit on the way in, and eventually you'll hit a ranger station to check in. Check-in only took us like less than a minute, so you'll be well on your way to your site in no time. Campground C is the first one you'll come to. We looked down that loop. Looks like mostly primitive camping for the most part. So if you're into tent camping, that's probably the best place to be and most private. So here we are at Loop B. This seems to be a mix of RV sites and tent sites. A seemed to be the most compressed in all of them. There's bathhouses at each and every one. Everything is fairly wooded. This is our campsite. It's got a pretty big driveway, nice big pad to put the tent down, and I picked this one because we have woods all behind us. It comes with a camp ring that you could also cook out on if you wanted to. There's our tent all set up. We also have a 10 by 10 shelter that we use to cook under. Somebody left a pile of wood, so there we are, prepping the wood for the fire later. Each site also comes with a picnic table, which we moved a little bit further away from the fire pit and put that under our cook tent. There's plenty of trees for hooking up hammocks, shade. As you can see here, we had plenty of daylight to get set up and have some relaxed time before it got dark. Now we just so happened to be next to a larger group site, which no one had booked that weekend, so that would be a good opportunity. We sometimes like to go and camp with multiple families, and this site looked like a pretty good spot to do multiple families. There's a center cook camping ring surrounded by picnic tables. There's a large barbecue table you see there, so you could put fire in there and cook on that and grill out if you want. Plenty of camp pads. Each pad had its own fire ring and a little post to hang stuff on, so if you had like a larger family come along or multiple families, they do have group sites available to accommodate you. So I think next time we do a multiple family camping trip, we'll check out this site or something similar to it at one of the other state parks. It looks like that could make for a good time and make it convenient for having everybody sort of hang out together. Once we got settled into the site, we thought we'd go down to the boating area and check that out, but on the way we saw some wildlife, a bunch of deer. And from another video I watched on this park, I know some people have spotted some foxes and other animals on the grounds. There's also always plenty of birds. There's a boating area with the dock. You can rent kayaks, or if you can just go down there and hang out and check out the water. So after the dock, we checked out, went back, and just went ahead and went to sleep for the day, but woke up in the morning. We didn't put a fly on our tent because we kind of like to see the views in the morning, especially if it's not going to be raining. And got to cooking some breakfast because we were going to go down and check out Fossil Beach. Fossil Beach. Now I did notice right before we went down the hike, people coming back with lots of sifters and screens and things like that and buckets. So if you're going to go down there and hunt for fossils, you'll probably want to get some gear to take with you. So it's a 0.6 mile hike.
Yeah.
To Fossil Beach. You think we can make it?
Yeah. I could probably run it. I ran like 2.5 miles or more.
I'll meet you there later. So it's not a long hike down to the beach, but it's plenty shaded. You're kind of walking through the woods. Easy terrain. Pretty much anybody could walk this trail, from young and old, I would think. I quite enjoyed the little trek. Once you get down near the beach, there's a little boardwalk. As you get close, then you pop through a hole in the trees and you are out on the river. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people bring some gear down there to sift through the sand, whether it's on the beach or in the water, looking for shark's teeth. We didn't bring any of that gear with us, but it didn't really matter. We kind of chilled out on the beach for a while, got in the water a little bit, dug around the sand with our hands, and one of us eventually found a shark's tooth just sitting right there on the beach, plain as day. So on the way back from the beach, we decided to stop by the camp store just to see what they have. You got all your camping supplies, candy, some food items, and some lizards in the tree. Hey, buddy. Then it was off to the campsite for some more chill time in the inflatable couch, as well as our mini hammocks that we have set up. And so while some chill, some of us are working on the next meal to fuel up for the next adventure, wherever we may go. All right, here we are, Westmoreland State Park. We're at some event space, the parking lot, but we're heading down the beach trail, which is a 0.4 mile trek.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're gonna catch the sunset. We'll see what we find when we get down there. Looks like this ramp goes down to something. I think it's a boating area, but it's closed off this season for some reason. And here we are at the head of the beach trail.
I think I know why
we're missing a lot down there. Huh?
I think I know why it's closed.
There's our answer to why it's closed. Cliff unstable. I don't know who Cliff is. Do you know a Cliff? You do know a Cliff.
Yeah.
You think he's unstable?
I know a Clifford.
Is he unstable?
No, he's stable.
Yeah, I thought so. So it looks like the beach trail, we go down just short of hitting the section of cabins at Westmoreland. So it might be kind of cool to get a cabin that's right by the beach. So it's right up there on that hill. And here are the stairs. Uh-oh.
Down, all the way down there.
Hui, hui. It's the bridge to Terabithia.
Here comes Mama.
Oh man. So once you make it down the stairs, there's a clearing. Looks like there's a old pool that hasn't been used for some time. You can see why. But there's plenty of places to picnic out. There's a small little bay area you can hang out in, or you can walk over to the right and check out the beach. Fossil Beach is right past those cliffs right there. Had a nice time chilling out, hanging out by the water, watching the sun go down, but thought we should head back before it got too dark because we don't have any flashlights for the hike. I think the toughest part about this hike was doing the stairs, mostly going back up. If you don't want to hike the stairs, you can drive on past this entrance and go down where the boating area is. There's a parking lot where you can park and simply just walk over to the little beach access area right there.
So, how's your time at the beach?
I'm having the greatest time.
Okay.
I'm having the greatest time.
Okay. See you again on another day. How you like your stay? Okay. See you tomorrow. How you like it here, Dad?
It's nice. Aside from the hornets attacking us at night.
Makes sense.
Okay, a few minutes later, some trials and tribulations, my worst fire ever. Marshmallow time. All right, so the best use of this fan so far for camping is stoking your fire.
And keeping your wife cool at night.
Bloom ba-doom.
Another day, another breakfast. Cooking some pancakes in our GSI aluminum square pan on top of our Camp Chef Everest 2X gas stove with 20,000 BTUs per side, baby. Look how perfect those pancakes are. Did somebody say sunny side up? Well, sure enough. And some scrambled eggs on top of that. Getting ready to eat, then we gonna pack up.
It's been a mere 2 minutes since we finished packing up,
Yeah.
and we're already being requested for movie time.
Yeah.
The woods are over. Screen time is in.
Yeah.
Woods out, screens in. Bye-bye, Westmoreland State Park. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications.